But Andy, I know you have a lot of thoughts here. So I'm going to let you cook on this for a minute. What did you take away from this?
So before I begin, I'm just going to say a quick apology to Billy Belcher. I know he's probably going to write me off and come after me or whatever, and that's fine.
Oh, that's good.
My my biggest takeaway is a question from this, and that is, what has happened to Charlotte Flair? Like, what has happened to her? She's not always been my favorite. I think she's been pushed. We talk about the John Cena push and the Roman Reigns push. Charlotte Flair is right up there with them.
Yep.
Of getting big moments that she doesn't need or deserve.
Yep.
But what happened Friday night was just, it was worse than the Becky situation with the title.
Yeah, it was. Yep, it was.
And out of everything else, after everything that happened, how is it that the person that has been there the least will look the most professional out of all of them? Like, I get it. Tiffany said some things and she cut a promo. If we flipped, I mean, we looked at any other side of this. If anybody else had gone that personal, we would be ranting and if Punk had said something like this,
sure,
or if Cody had said something like this, then we would be talking about how great of a promo it was, how personal they got, and everything else. I don't have a problem with what Tiffany said. I think obviously you're trying to build this WrestleMania match. Tiffany has been built this whole time to look, in my opinion, to look extremely weak. To look extremely weak against Charlotte Flair.
Yep.
And what happened Friday night is, I think Charlotte showed everybody. One, I can't believe the crowd got to her as bad as they got. Like, they completely shut her down. But then two, like, to get that mad about what Tiffany said after some of the stuff she said to some other people, and then to do the thing that set me off was the high pitch trying to mock Tiffany. Yeah. I wanted to throw something through the TV. And then Tiffany said whatever she said at the end, rolled out of the ring, and then she tried to drop the Ludwig Kaiser in the DMs line. And it was just like, at that point, this whole segment has gone off the rails.
Yep.
In my opinion, there's no way Charlotte should win this at all now. Because if she wins it, then it's a horrible look on Tiffany and everybody else involved. This made me realize that I think time has passed Charlotte Flair in some ways. And she should no longer be in that top main event level, at least for a while, until she gets some things figured out.
Yeah. City Kitty in the chat, thank you for this comment. Charlotte is unrecognizable. I tend to agree with that. But Andy, like, a lot of people are speculating. Of course, you have the Dave Meltzers of the world who says, oh, yeah, they've been having problems backstage for 2 weeks and they can't stand each other and blah, 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 blah. And if this was Tony Khan, people would tell him, you got to get your house together. Just nonsense. But anyway, a lot of other people online are speculating that this was planned to go this way. Like, it was supposed to look this raw, and it was supposed to look like it was uncomfortable. And it was because of the way that the last interview that they had was portrayed, where they were in the, the 2 boxes or whatever, the way that was, so that it was made to give Tiffany the upper hand, and that it was just done that way. Now, here's what I'll say. Planned or unplanned, this match, pardon the pun, this match needed some flair, and we got it. We're talking about it now. We weren't talking about it before. So planned or unplanned, we're talking about it. And here's my biggest takeaway. And my dad can just throw both of us on the bad end. But I'm going to sort of even the playing field here. Honestly, I don't think either one of them are very good on the mic. I really don't. So to put them in this situation and then to have them either go off script for real or try to go off script or whatever. I just felt like it didn't go over well because in my opinion, they're not that good.
Yeah. I mean, Charlotte's had moments on the mic where she's been good.
Yep.
And I think there've been moments, especially in NXT, where Tiffany had moments where she looked good. the way it came off is the same way it came off with the whole Charlotte situation. I mean, with the whole Becky situation.
Yep.
Because it seemed like when Tiffany started to get the upper hand on Charlotte, she just completely shut down because nobody can have the upper hand on Charlotte. Nobody can look better than Charlotte. Charlotte has to be the top of the top. And I get that's part of her character, but that's she's Ric Flair's daughter, and Flair was the exact same way. let's be real honest. And so the apple doesn't really fall far from the tree in this situation. And I have a hard time believing that this was
politely pointed that out to her. She just she just politely pointed it out.
Yeah. But like I have a hard time believing that this was planned this way, because obviously if neither one of them have gone shoot before or gone off script or whatever, and then they started doing this, you knew it was a disaster. So why would you make it look as bad as it was? When this match, like when we first got that we were getting Charlotte and Tiffany, I was pretty excited for this. The last couple of weeks, I don't care about this match anymore.
Right.
Like I do not care about this match at WrestleMania anymore, which is bad. Like I hate it because I think Tiffany is a potential future star and should be. But the more Charlotte gets involved with some of these things, the worse they become.
She is definitely not the performer that she has been previously, and something needs to, I don't know, you got to get it together in some way. I don't know what that is. I don't know if, this injury where she thought she was never going to wrestle again really took a toll on her. I know she's talked about it, how it took a toll on her mentally, but she's not over that. Like she's trying to overcorrect, maybe. I don't know. We've only seen her in the ring once or twice since she's been back. So I couldn't really tell you, but I don't know. I'm like you. I was excited about this. Now I'm not so sure.
Yeah. And, obviously she's like the last couple of weeks or the last week she did a interview where she opened up about having some mental health struggles and everything else. And I completely get that. And I empathize with her because I know that can be like a dark place to get to at times. And obviously going through the divorce with Andrade, and she's talked about that and how she doesn't want to be compared to her dad in that way and everything else. I get that. And Tiffany brought that up. It's a whole thing.
Yep.
But one, if you have a problem with that, you should probably tell the person that you're cutting a promo with, hey, you can bring up anything, but this is the one thing,
yep,
that'll make me go CM Punk on you and just go off. Like I'll go shoot on you if I have to. Like that's one way. But I feel bad for Charlotte in a way because I don't think she's in it right now. Like I think she kind of is out of it and wants to be somewhere else, and I get that. But just what happened on Friday is not a good look on her, not a good look on Tiffany, not a good look on WWE. And if we can avoid that situation any way possible, we need to.
Yep. I completely agree. Again, I hope we got 2 SmackDowns left before WrestleMania. I hope they can turn it around. I hope they can redeem themselves a little bit next week. Because Andy, I mean, shoot, Tiffany dove off of the entranceway 3 weeks ago, and we didn't even bring it up. You know, so it's like, I hope that they can sort of turn this around, and I hope that they can save this match because athletically, these are probably the 2 best women on the roster.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can hang with them athletically. So, besides Bianca Belair. So, to put these 2 in a match together should be really, really good. I just hope it doesn't get ruined for the sake of whatever drama may or may not be going on between them.